The following program was produced in partnership by Corwin and School Improvement Network.
This has been the most exciting project I've ever been involved in. And it's something that you'll never forget because you actually see the reality of getting success right before you. So you have this movement of a critical mass of practitioners who are working together now within the school, across schools, across districts, within whole states and provinces, who, because there are so many of them, because it's so grounded, because it's so clear when it works, and because we've captured it on film and otherwise, it's going to really have an even bigger impact in the next 10 years. Motion leadership is about movement. And so what you want to be able to understand is not what success looks like once you get it, but how do you move from less effective to much more effective.
Motion leadership consists of 8 modules, starting with the skinny of motion leadership.
Motion leadership is being able to create a momentum within the system where everybody senses that you're not only moving forward from a student achievement standpoint, but you're moving forward in making sure that everybody senses there's clarity of direction and that everybody feels that they can articulate what that sense of direction and motion really is.
Motion leaders will share personal and professional stories from the change process in their own schools, districts, and states.
I knew I was going to grow as a leader, and I felt I was needed here.
Between year 1 and year 2, how did you regroup your thinking about your role as you entered year 2?
I just had to slow down even more and really listen even more and try to connect individually with people. Yeah. Myself in front of a staff meeting, I felt wasn't really the best way for them to get to know me. Mm-hmm. So I really had to make sure.
Broke it down a one-on-one type of thing.
Yeah.
As a structural leader, it's important that I understand the environment and what where my teachers are coming from and their needs. It really rejuvenated my teachers, realizing that, you know what, there's 3 other schools in the district that have the same struggles and same challenges as we have, and this is what they're doing to overcome them, and this is what I can do to overcome them because they've done it. And that's one thing I don't think we do enough in education is share.
The course continues by exploring change-savvy strategies motion leaders use to foster and make lasting change.
We've taken the professional learning communities and data teams and we've made it our own. And we started to see the true benefit for the children. Yeah. And so we were able to focus on those children and really help them to come to their full potential. Yeah. So we started to see those kids that were typically had been slipping through the cracks, now we were catching them.
Throughout the course, learners will process their personal and professional experiences using reflective exercises in their personal learning log. The School Effectiveness Framework is an analytical tool in which learners study their own change situations and focus in on the areas of their leadership where they need to improve.
We're seeing in the systems that the schools that do best don't think of themselves internally as an isolated school. Even if they have collaboration within the school, they say we're part of a bigger network and we're going to contribute to that network. We're going to learn from the network.
We're also looking at possibly a needs assessment.
What that's doing is providing opportunities then for complex area leaders and the district leaders and the state leaders to get together and to share best practices. I think the powerful thing about that is that we can really leverage the wisdom that everyone has, rather than us being isolated.
And we needed to make sure that there was always ongoing support, ongoing training, and making sure that the resources are there. So we break down all the barriers because we needed to eliminate all the distractions.
Yeah. The action plan is the accumulating task of the course. Applying the motion leadership principles, learners develop their own specific, relevant, and reachable motion leadership goal.
And then the other thing was about making sure we had coherence and alignment about a common agenda, which was all around the goals and the priorities, people working together, one message, not 10.
So I kept on going back to it over and over and over again. And no matter what the venue was, no matter how I positioned it, it was always the same message.
And that's why keeping the focus on just a few targets is very important. And so the leadership is very important. So we all are sending the same message out there. And you get focused deeper into the rigor of the instruction, the quality of the instruction. And that's where you see a bang for your buck.
Your learning doesn't stop when you complete the online Motion Leadership course. Monthly live online sessions with Michael Fullan allow you to deepen your understanding and commitment to being a motion leader. Motion Leadership uses the power of PD360, the world's leading on-demand professional development resource.
We will get success by identifying practices that are working and then understanding why they work, and particularly getting people who are using them to explain why they work. Were you surprised that it worked this well?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you've had great success in the last 3 or 4 years.
Incredible.
What's
Beyond
next?
my dreams.
And what's
Beyond
next?
my dreams.
Yeah.
For more information about Motion Leadership Online with Michael Fullan, please contact the School Improvement Network and Corwin at 1-877-778-8221 or visit corwin-sinet.com. The preceding program was produced in partnership by Corwin and School Improvement Network.